Imagine a place shrouded in absolute secrecy, hidden from the public eye. A place where the concept of justice is twisted and confinement goes beyond mere imprisonment. Today, Dark Truth Files uncovers the chilling, alleged truth. Torture dungeons still used today. Not forgotten medieval cells, but modern hidden facilities in the heart of the USA, designed for ultimate psychological breaking. This isn't just a conspiracy. It's a terrifying tutorial on how shadows conceal unimaginable human rights violations and how the pursuit of information can lead to a contemporary hell. Introduction: The War on Terror's Dark Underbelly. The erosion of due process. Our story begins in the turbulent, post-9/11 era in the United States. The urgent need for intelligence and national security created a climate where traditional legal boundaries were pushed, giving rise to controversial programs and facilities operating outside conventional oversight. The genesis of the Black Vault. The enemy combatant loophole. The concept of enemy combatants allowed for the detention of individuals without traditional legal rights, bypassing established judicial processes. This created a legal gray area for extended, often indefinite, confinement. The demand for actionable intelligence, under immense pressure to prevent future attacks. Intelligence agencies allegedly sought methods to extract information quickly and effectively, even from uncooperative subjects. This led to the development of highly aggressive, psychologically focused interrogation techniques. The birth of the Black Vault, fictionalized as a top-secret, highly compartmentalized facility. The Black Vault was established in a remote, undisclosed location in the American Southwest. Its purpose: to hold high-value detainees who could not be processed through conventional means, and to apply extreme non-physical psychological methods to break them, extract intelligence, or neutralize them as threats. It was designed to be the ultimate modern torture dungeon. We will now walk you through the chilling tutorial of how the Black Vault allegedly operated, the dungeon-like conditions it imposed, and the chilling psychological torment inflicted, all hidden in plain sight. Lesson 1. The Architecture of Isolation. Building the modern dungeon, the Black Vault wasn't a castle dungeon, but its design meticulously mimicked the psychological effects of one: absolute isolation, sensory deprivation, and a complete loss of control. This was the tutorial on creating a perfect, unseen prison. Step 1. The arrival and initial disorientation. Covert transportation. Detainees, often abducted in remote locations or transferred from overseas sites, were transported blindfolded and bound in unmarked vehicles, often for days, to utterly disorient them. They had no idea where they were going or who their captors were. The sensory deconstruction chambers. Upon arrival, subjects were immediately placed in specialized, soundproof, light-proof cells. These were designed for absolute darkness. No light, not even a pinprick, to shatter their perception of time and space. Total silence. Complete soundproofing to remove all external cues, leading to auditory hallucinations. Constant temperature. Unvarying mild temperature to remove bodily awareness of day-night cycles. Method. This total sensory deprivation quickly induced extreme confusion, vivid hallucinations, and a desperate craving for any external input. It was the first step in breaking their will. Step 2. The monotony and control. Rigid, unpredictable routine. Detainees were subjected to an erratic, yet rigid, routine. Meals, toilet breaks, and sleep deprivation cycles were unpredictable, designed to further disorient and prevent any internal rhythm. Isolation from humanity. No human contact, no voices, no faces. Interrogators would communicate through unseen speakers, their voices distorted or modulated, making them sound robotic or inhuman. This amplified the sense of profound loneliness and dehumanization. The comfort of despair. The cells themselves were often meticulously clean, well ventilated, and temperature-controlled, designed to remove any physical discomfort that might distract from the intense psychological torment. This created a chilling paradox: comfort as a tool of torture. Imagine weeks turning into months in absolute darkness and silence. Your body craving touch, your eyes straining for light, your ears desperate for sound. Your own mind, starved of input, begins to create its own reality. Phantom voices, terrifying images, the chilling echoes of your past. This wasn't just imprisonment. It was a systematic dismantling of sanity. How do you survive when your own consciousness becomes the ultimate torture dungeon, relentlessly turning against you? The true horror of the Black Vault was its invisible psychological chains. Lesson 2. The Interrogation Protocols. The Art of Breaking Minds. Once detainees were sufficiently disoriented and psychologically vulnerable, the Black Vault employed highly advanced, ethically questionable methods to extract information or manipulate their mental state. This was a tutorial in breaking resistance without physical force. Step 1. Advanced psychological techniques. Induced stress positions while not physically damaging. Detainees were often forced into uncomfortable positions to induce exhaustion and pain without leaving lasting marks. Sleep deprivation. Prolonged sleep deprivation was the most potent tool. Detainees were kept awake for days, even weeks, through constant, low-level irritation. A dripping faucet, a barely audible hum, or intermittent white noise. This obliterated their cognitive abilities and resistance. Tutorial point: sleep deprivation severely impairs judgment, memory, and emotional regulation, making subjects highly suggestible. Acoustic manipulation. Cells were designed to play specific, unsettling sounds, distorted whispers, distant screams, or monotonous tones at varying volumes, designed to induce auditory hallucinations and amplify paranoia. Step 2. Information extraction and manipulation. The repetitive interrogation. Interrogators would repeat the same questions, sometimes for days on end, allowing no deviation. This monotony, combined with extreme disorientation, often led subjects to offer information simply to end the cycle. Induced guilt and fear. Detainees were fed false information about their family's safety or exposed to fabricated evidence of their own guilt, designed to induce intense psychological distress, guilt, or fear for their loved ones. The false flag protocol. In extreme cases, allegations suggest attempts to implant false memories or alter beliefs. Subjects, in a highly suggestible state, could be convinced of things that weren't true, making their later claims appear delusional. Tutorial point: in conditions of extreme sensory deprivation and stress, the mind becomes highly vulnerable to external suggestion and memory alteration. Imagine being forced to confess to crimes you didn't commit, or having your most cherished memories twisted into grotesque lies, all because your mind has been systematically broken in a modern dungeon. The Black Vault wasn't just about extracting information. It was allegedly about controlling truth itself. How do you reclaim your identity, your reality, when the very fabric of your mind has been meticulously deconstructed, leaving you a shattered echo of your former self? Lesson 3. The cover-up, the art of disappearing a facility. The Black Vault's existence was deemed too politically volatile, too ethically compromising, to ever be publicly acknowledged. The government allegedly went to extraordinary lengths to ensure its absolute secrecy and plausible deniability. This was a tutorial in institutional concealment on a grand scale. Step 1. Operational protocols. Extreme compartmentalization. The program operated in tiny, independent cells. No single person knew the full scope. An analyst might only see data, a transport team only moves subjects, and interrogators only know their specific targets. This minimized the risk of a single leak. Ghost personnel. All personnel used temporary identities and operated outside conventional command structures. Their assignments were off-book, their communications encrypted and untraceable. The disappearance of detainees. Individuals brought to the Black Vault were essentially erased from all official records. They were unpersons, making it impossible for families or human rights groups to track them. Step 2. Site secrecy and decommissioning remote locations and security. Facilities were built in desolate, inhospitable areas, often underground, with multiple layers of perimeter security that blended into the landscape. No satellite imagery would reveal them. Sanitization protocols. When a black vault site was eventually decommissioned, it underwent rigorous sanitization. All equipment was removed, structures demolished, and the land often renaturalized or used for other innocuous purposes to leave no trace. Tutorial point. Advanced decommissioning involves erasing not just physical structures, but also digital footprints, utility records, and local area memories. Step 3. Silencing the knowledge. Non-disclosure agreements. All personnel signed lifetime. Unchallengeable non-disclosure agreements backed by severe penalties for breach. Psychological vetting. Operatives underwent intense psychological screening to ensure loyalty and an unwavering belief in the program's necessity. Discrediting dissent. For any former operative or survivor who tried to speak out, well-orchestrated campaigns of discrediting, defamation, or medical diagnoses were allegedly employed to neutralize their claims. For years, the Black Vault remained a chilling whisper, a nightmare known only to its operators and victims. Its existence denied, its methods erased. But secrets, especially those so profoundly dark, have a way of echoing. How long can a government truly hide a program of systematic psychological torture, especially when the human cost leaves invisible scars that refuse to be silenced? The truth, however fragmented, was about to emerge from the deepest shadows. Lesson 4. The unraveling. The courage to expose the abyss, even the most impenetrable secrets, guarded by layers of bureaucracy and fear, can eventually succumb to the relentless pursuit of truth or the unbearable burden of conscience. This was a tutorial in exposing institutional darkness. Step 1. The disillusioned insider. Moral breaking point. Our story's catalyst, a former Black Vault psychologist, Dr. Evelyn Reed, who spent years grappling with the ethical implications of her work. She witnessed the irreversible psychological damage inflicted on detainees far beyond any justifiable intelligence gain. Covert documentation, risking everything. Dr. Reed began to meticulously and secretly collect fragments of evidence, encrypted psychological profiles of detainees, coded memos, veiled references to controversial techniques. She built a digital dead man switch. The alliance with journalism, driven by a profound sense of guilt and moral duty. Dr. Reed anonymously contacted a small, independent investigative journalism team based in Washington, D.C., known for their courage in exposing government overreach. Step 2. The leak and the outcry. The fragmented drop. Dr. Reed provided a series of encrypted data packages designed to be released if anything happened to her. The journalists, with the help of cybersecurity experts, painstakingly pieced together the fragments. The shocking revelations. The initial report was explosive. It detailed the alleged existence of the Black Vault, its location, its psychological interrogation methods, and chilling anonymous testimonies from former detainees suffering from severe, long-term trauma. Public and political fallout. The revelations sent shockwaves across the USA human rights organizations, civil liberties advocates, and a stunned public demanded answers. Congress was forced to launch an investigation, despite initial government denials. The shocking truth about the Black Vault tore through the veil of secrecy. A nation grappled with the terrifying realization that torture dungeons were still used today, hidden in plain sight, operated by their own government. Victims, long dismissed as mentally ill, were finally vindicated. But could a nation truly reckon with such a profound betrayal of its values? And what would be the enduring cost of exposing a program that pushed humanity to its darkest limits? Conclusion. The legacy of the Vault. A warning from the shadows, the Black Vault case. whether fictional or a chilling composite of alleged truths, stands as a terrifying tutorial on the perilous intersection of fear, unchecked power, and ethical compromise. It forces us to confront the darkest aspects of governmental overreach. The lessons learned, the allure of the dark side, how fear and the pursuit of security can rationalize morally indefensible actions, the reality of psychological torture, that the most profound suffering can be inflicted without physical marks, leaving invisible, yet indelible, scars. The importance of oversight, the critical need for robust, transparent oversight of intelligence agencies and detention facilities to prevent abuses. The power of truth, how brave individuals, driven by conscience, can pierce the deepest veils of secrecy to bring uncomfortable truths to light. The Black Vault's alleged existence serves as a permanent scar on the fabric of trust. Its story, a chilling reminder that the desire to control, to break minds, and to operate in the shadows remains a constant threat to human dignity. The Black Vault was a modern dungeon, secret torture program they tried to hide, shattering lives in the pursuit of intelligence. The truth eventually came out, but the chilling question remains: are all such dungeons truly closed? Or do the echoes of these unimaginable experiments still resonate in the shadows? A haunting reminder that the human capacity for cruelty and the willingness to rationalize it remains a terrifying constant, perhaps still operating in plain sight today. For more chilling insights into government secrets, human rights violations, and the dark truths shaping our world, make sure to subscribe to Dark Truth Files.